Hello, friends, new and old, and welcome to Read Aloud with Taya and Casey, where we will read amazing books and learn fun and awesome activities. We're happy you are here.
Cow.
How?
Ow, now, brown cow.
Brown cow.
Ow, now, brown cow.
How now, brown cow? Guess what?
What?
We're live!
We're live! Woohoo!
Hello, everyone!
Hello, Taya.
Hi, Casey! What's going
I feel
on?
like I just saw you yesterday.
I know. I feel like days go by so quickly.
They do.
It's a crazy, crazy world.
Like sands in the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Hey.
How are you doing? Anything dramatic happening with you?
Not terribly.
Great.
I have to prep myself to go grocery shopping today. My niece is she wanted to make dinner tonight, so I'm helping her get her shopping list together. I'm gonna go out there and see if it's okay. What about you? Anything big? I know you just had something big happen a couple of days ago. You had kind of a new family member added to your household. Yeah.
Addition to our family. Yeah, we got a little doggo. His name's Thor or Theo. Yeah, pretty excited about him. He's a rascal.
Oh, I love rascally dogs.
Mm-hmm. What do we got on the docket for today?
Well, I know that I think we read this year. We've read 5 books by this author, and I'm wondering if I name a couple, kids will start recognizing it. One had to do with if I make this shape, and then there was another one that was this, and then wasn't there that, and then there's one about finding a hat, and then another one about losing a hat. Does anyone have? Do you have an idea? Do you remember the author's name, Taya? What if I go like this? The slow reveal. Dun, 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 dun.
He's the illustrator and Mac Barnett's the author. Yeah. So I think those books that you're talking about were maybe square, triangle, and circle.
Yep.
Which
then I found a hat and lost a hat.
Big fans of.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoyed those.
So for today, we're going to be reading. Do you want to hold that up again? Sam and Dave dig a hole. My gosh.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to find?
That's kind of the fun part of this book is, you never know what you're going to find in a hole.
Very true.
Right? So, and just from the looks of the cover, they are deep down in there.
That's a big dug hole. Yeah.
Yeah. And this could almost be like Taya and Casey and our new pal Theo dig a hole. Yeah. Or maybe the kids can imagine one of their friends or family members just swap out their heads. Maybe different animal. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Feel bad for the cat. I'm a cat person, and the poor little cat's just down there. Maybe the cat doesn't want to be down there, but
yeah. And I think our activity today is going to have a little something to do with when you dig a hole, what's something cool you can do with that dug hole.
Yeah. Yep. We'll do some excavating today.
Cool.
Well, I have the copy of the book physically, and Taya, you have the digital copy.
Yep.
But here's kind of that first little page. And there's our protagonists there, the the main characters of the story heading off with their shovels.
Yep.
Their trusty dog. I'm just going to say the dog's name is Theo. Unless if we don't find out what the dog's name is, this dog's name is Theo.
I love it. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
You ready?
Do you want to read the first page?
Sure.
I'll hold it up. Okay.
On Monday, Sam and Dave dug a hole.
I wonder if they were really intentional about where they picked, you know? Like if they were just like, hey, this looks like a good spot, or like, hey, I have an idea. I have some intel that tells me something's in there.
Maybe.
All right. Can you see that okay? When should we stop digging? We're on a mission, said Dave. We won't stop digging until we find something spectacular.
Wow. The hole got so deep that their heads were underground, but they still had not found anything spectacular. We need to keep digging, said Dave.
Taya, are you noticing something spectacular near them?
Yeah, it looks like a very large gemstone.
Ooh. Wonder if they'll. Looks like the dog's even keeping an eye on. Like he got some canine intuition there.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite gemstone?
No, I don't.
Mm.
I'm an October person. I know that there's a gemstone associated with your birth month. I don't know what that is.
We are opal.
What's yours? Do you have a gemstone?
We're opal.
That's right. We are. Yeah, I forgot. We are both October birthdays.
Yeah.
So is that your favorite gemstone?
Yeah, I do really like opal because it's so many different colors.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun ask for your adults. Hey, what's my birthstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just investigate
Cool.
what are some really cool gemstones that you like? What are some colors that you might like? Rubies, sapphires,
emeralds. I mean, this is the Emerald City we live in. Is that because there's emeralds everywhere?
I don't know about that.
Well, it looks like there's more. So they kept digging.
Whoa, look at the one underneath.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's just poking out. That is, so they're going to find that one, right?
One would think.
All right.
They took a break. Dave drank chocolate milk out of a canteen. Sam ate animal cookies he had wrapped in their grandmother's kerchief. Maybe, said Dave, the problem is that we are digging straight down. Yes, said Sam, that could be the problem. I think we should dig in another direction, said Dave. Yes, said Sam, that is a good idea.
Oh, boy, they just decided to change directions?
Sounds like it.
Oh, they just missed it. I have a new idea, said Dave. I know. Do you think if you went out into the woods, like Theo would help you find a giant gem like that?
Oh, quite possibly. He's a very smart boy.
I have a new idea, said Dave. Let's split up. Really? Said Sam. Just for a little while, said Dave. It will help our chances. That reminds me of the phrase divide and conquer. Right? They split up, they can cover more ground. But sounds like they just need to listen to old Theo there.
Yeah, you can say that again. So Dave went one way and Sam went another.
Went right around another one. Oh, let's see. I have to kind of read from the side. I turn the page this way. All right. But they did not find anything spectacular. Maybe we should go back to digging straight down, said Dave. Ugh, it went right around.
So close.
Yeah, and even I'm looking at our friend Theo there. The eyes are fixed.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh,
Sam, that is a good idea. Oh my goodness.
That would be probably the most spectacular thing to find.
Mm-hmm.
Just hitting, I mean, it would be a wall of gem.
It would be.
Oh, I love how they use the bottom of the page to show how deep they are too. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of a clever way of using the page.
Yeah.
Sam and Dave ran out of chocolate milk, but they kept digging. They shared the last animal cookie, but they kept digging. Glad they brought some things to help them,
Yeah.
you know? But are you noticing? One, they're looking pretty dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But if I keep going.
Oh, looks like there's a little present for Theo down there.
Let's see.
After a while, Sam sat down. Dave, he said, I am tired. I cannot dig anymore. I'm tired too, said Dave. We should take a rest.
Do you think Theo's gonna be stopping?
I think Theo's onto something pretty exciting for him to have fun with. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're right.
Oh, goodness.
This is just all it's gonna show you. This is all dirt here, but Sam and Dave fell asleep.
Oh, where'd that dog bone go? Oh, my goodness.
It's the color of the page is completely changed. Now it's all open. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Then Sam and Dave were falling.
What if we did this? We'll animate this ourselves. Maybe I'll do this while Sam and Dave fell down, down, down.
Whoa.
Dave's there, and Theo's.
Until they landed in soft dirt. Well, said Sam. Well, said Dave. That was pretty spectacular.
Isn't this where they started?
Yeah, it's almost like did they ever even dig a hole at all? Were they always
Oh
just
my gosh! And I think, yeah, were they just using their imagination?
maybe
In their mind? Oh my gosh! And they went inside for chocolate milk and cookies. But looking that Theo has the bone here.
Yeah.
Huh. And so if that would be your dog, this could be my cat. That'd be Yul Brenner and Theo kind of staring at each other. What just happened?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of kids fell out of the sky and they were dirty. They need a bath.
Yeah.
Humans.
Silly humans.
That's the end of the story. Huh. Oh, hey, quick math, Taya.
Yeah.
Text and illustration copyright 2014. So if this is 2020, how old was this book?
Well, so I like to round up to even numbers. So I'm actually going to say that 6 plus 4 would make it 2020. So that's 6. And then I'm going to add, well, no, we're at 2020. So 6.
Yeah,
2014.
you got it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's the book. I really like that. Maybe we should try to find more by Clausen.
Yeah. He's a pretty great
Uh,
author.
yeah, and the illustrations are always so fun, and I like the detail of them.
Mm-hmm. So for our activity for today, we have something very fun and very exciting that we're going to share with you, which you could definitely do. And you don't need, it doesn't need to be anything crazy fancy, and it doesn't need to be anything that you would worry that you had given up and you'll never get it back. Like it should be, you should make this out of things that you don't mind somebody else finding one day. And that is a time capsule.
Yay! I've got my shovel right here, ready to go.
Whoa. So
Yeah,
for Casey, you have a pretty fancy thing for your time capsule.
Yes, and I thought about getting, some Tupperware or, Gladware, but I realized that plastic can break down and get brittle and break easily. So you definitely want to have something that is, I have this, it's an old lunchbox that I've had for a long time. It's metal, and it's really strong. So it's very deep. The pressure from people being on it aren't going to break. And it doesn't break down as easily. It's got a pretty strong lid. It's got a locking lid. Now, if I have a lunchbox and I use it all the time, do you think I should be taking this and using it?
No.
Probably not. You may want to check with your grown-ups just to make sure. But I'm a grown-up, so I can make that decision myself. Yeah. What do you have for your?
So for my time capsule, I was actually thinking that I didn't have a container because I don't want to put plastic in the ground. Same thing.
Right.
But I also don't really have any kind of like fancy lunch boxes or anything like that either to use. And so, sorry, we have, get down there. Sorry. Come here. Theo's getting
is this Theo?
Yeah, he's jumping up on the countertops, which you shouldn't be doing. So what I'm using is actually this. It's a can that I kept the lid partially on that I use for cooking in, but it's metal. And so I thought that would actually make a really good time capsule. And for people who don't know what a time capsule is quite yet, just want to explain that. A time capsule is something that you will put objects that are from now, cool things that are in right now that you like, or even writing a list of things that you like, which I think Casey has an example, a pretty awesome list of different questions to ask yourself of things that you like. And you put those things inside of a can or in a lunchbox, and you bury them. And then you can set a date for yourself, or you could set a date for, sometimes communities have them, sometimes cities or states will have them, where they'll say in 100 years, we're going to put these artifacts, these things that are from our community, we're going to put them in this time capsule. We're going to have the time capsule be opened only until it's 100 years later, and then kind of discover what sort of things people were interested in 100 years ago. So that's the kind of stuff you want to think about, is what's something cool maybe in your life that you like, or maybe something that your parents can also put some stuff in there if they want to, or your guardians can put something, your sibling, if you've got one of those, can put something in there. Just to kind of give an idea of what life was like for you right now.
Yeah. And Taya, if people want to, at home want to do some research with their grown-ups, they can look up things. I know that, there's places where you can go visit where things have been buried. I know that in Edmonds, near the downtown area, they have one, and you can see the marker of when it was buried and then when it will be unveiled. At least I think it was in Edmonds. I can't remember, but there's places all around. I know that at my high school, every year the graduating class got to put something into a time capsule, and they just have this like whole walkway that's time capsules, and they get buried up, or they get dug up after 50 years or something like that. But it's kind of cool. But yeah, those are all over the place, and it's a really fun way to kind of take a look back and see a snapshot in time. So Taya, what kind of things did you want to put in your time capsule?
Well, so I thought of kind of a bunch of random things that were in my house that I thought were sort of interesting or cool, or things that might change later. So I have these little glass peppers with these little beads. So I was going to put those in. I have these beans, a little packet of organic beans that if someone maybe, I don't know if people will still be eating green beans, hopefully, but we'll have some fresh beans for that. And then because I'm a comedian and I like being funny, I'm putting in a mustache.
I thought you were Super Mario for a second.
Mario. I'm bringing my little mustache.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I have mine. The first thing I did was I grabbed I grabbed a plastic bag because I just want to have an extra like kind of a barrier from, if moisture gets in there, it can definitely ruin things.
Yeah.
The first thing I did was, and you could just write your own thing, but I went and I found this sheet that's like a kind of a form where you can fill in, it's asking me, what my name is, what the date is. It's my favorite song, my favorite movie, TV show, sports team, favorite food, my favorite place to eat, favorite subject, favorite teacher, my best friends, what college do I want to go to when I graduate, and what do I want to be when I grow up. But you can also write a letter to yourself or to whoever is going to find it. Dear people of Earth 2050.
Yeah.
You
could write a poem. You could write a poem for the people of the future 100 years from now.
Lots of options. So I'm going to put that in first. I also have, since when I do this, I'm going to dig it up in 5 years. So it's, not too long. And I know that I'm going to be at this place in 5 years. I also have a picture of my family. This is our being funny. That was our Christmas card a few years ago.
Awesome.
So I'm putting that in. And then I like to play Dungeons and Dragons. So I have, and I'm okay with this because it's only going to be 5 years. I have one of my miniatures. This is Ragnar Winterspear, the barbarian. And then I have one of my 20-sided die that I put in. And just because it's always fun to find money, I'm going to put in $1.
Whoa!
I know in 5 years I'll be $1 richer.
That's investing right there.
It's not gaining any interest though. This is the foolish way of saving money.
Yeah.
So that's going to go in. Close up. How are you going to close yours up, Taya?
So, well, I have this my lid is still on my jar.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tuck that in a little bit. And then I actually have this really funky duct tape.
Cool. Quack, quack.
To seal up the top of my container. So I'll be doing that when we're done with our video for today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if the kids want to see me bury it or not. I mean, that's kind of the whole fun of this book, was digging a hole. Taya, what's the deepest hole you've ever dug?
Oh, goodness. When I was younger, I probably dug holes that were maybe half my body size, a little bit over half my body, especially at the beach.
Oh yeah, that's a good place for digging. That's a really safe place because I know that, when you're out in the city, you have to call the utility people to make sure that you're not digging into underground pipes and cables and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna only dig down about a foot, so I'm okay. For me, I spent a summer working on doing like park facilities, like baseball fields. I worked on baseball and soccer fields, and they have irrigation systems, underground pipes that would need to get fixed. So we would get to use like, we'd have one of those big backhoes, but we'd also be helping. So we'd have to get down there, and sometimes I'd be, not as deep down as this, but I would be, this is full grown Casey, by the way, but I'd be down a ways and we'd have to bring a ladder down. So I've been down, 10, 15 feet before, and that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll start. Let's see, I'll get this. I have a nice cool spot in front of this window in my house.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to go back. Can you guys see okay?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. All right.
So when Casey's digging this, he's using a kind of big shovel, but he'll put his foot up on the top of it and he'll push it down with his foot and then use what's called leverage to pull the back of the shovel to lift up the dirt and pull it out.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit easier and faster than using a small handheld shovel, but you can also, if you wanted to at home, you could use a trowel or a handheld shovel, just a little guy to help you dig your hole for your time capsule too. And you always want to ask, big thing, I know we talked about this, but a big thing is you always want to ask your parents before you dig a hole and before you use things like a shovel or like a trowel, because you want to be safe, you want to keep your body safe. You can even wear your cool utility goggles if you have some of those at home that we have worn before when we were doing our hammering nail exercises.
Gloves.
Backboards, some gloves,
Yeah. Yeah, when you talked about leverage, there's these pieces here on the back edge of the shovel that for me to step on. It's a flat spot. That gives me extra power when I'm stepping. All right, here we go.
Going in.
It's going in. All right, hold on, let's put it back down. All right.
Maybe we could all give a wave goodbye to our time capsule and say, see you in a few years.
See you in a few years. Can't wait for that dollar.
Woo!
And then this is called backfilling. Whoop.
There it goes.
Boy, I kind of feel like a pirate.
Oh. You're patting down.
Okay, 5 years. Mark it. This just tells you that we're live, people. On May 12th, 2025 at 2:27 and 47 seconds, we will dig this back up.
Wow.
Stay tuned. Don't hold your breath for 5 years, though.
And you could also you could find a brick that you might not be using in your house, or ask your parent if they have a block or a brick, and you could mark that with some Sharpie so that you can have that as an actual land marker for you to be able to find later. Because sometimes when we bury things, it's hard to remember where we put them in the ground. And it's good to have things on the surface of the ground to help us remember where we put them.
Yeah, I found this right by my house, and it's super flat.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. So it's got a face that I could write on. So I'll come back and put right on there. So
perfect.
There we go. Time capsules.
Time capsules.
Fun. All right.
That does it for our read aloud for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go wash my hands. They're a little dirty. I'm sure that's what Sam and Dave did the first thing when they got inside after eating chocolate milk. No, probably before. I would hope they wash their hands before they eat.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah.
But, okay. Well, to be continued.
To be continued. And have a lovely rest of your day, Casey.
Yeah, you too. Stay tuned. Friday, we'll have another video posted.
Yep.
So come back to this channel and you can see what other adventures we've gone on.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.